Hi guys, how are you doing today? My name is Patrice Howell and I'm doing my informative speech and my topic that I chose is depression. So I'm going to talk about the most common depressions that there is. I'm going to talk about the symptoms a little bit and then also the treatment. So I decided to choose this topic just because I feel like we do need a little bit more awareness, especially right now with everything going on with COVID. And then also, it's more just so like a personal thing for me as well because I feel like I do suffer from depression. Actually, recently just started going to therapy, and it has been helping me out a lot. But yeah, let's just get right into it. So the four common depressions that are out there. One is persistent depression disorder. So pretty much what it is, you have low moods. It lasts for about a minimum of 2 years. It does not reach the full intensity of major depression, but it does. You still end up doing the activities that you love doing. You do feel joyless. You have low energy, low self esteem, and sleep change. Um, just something real quick about that. Out of all the ones that I do have, I do feel. Out of all the ones that I did find out, I do feel like I suffer from persistent depressive disorder. I can't sleep for shit. Like I can't. Like at night, it's just so hard for me to unwind and get relaxed, and my mind's just like running at like a millisecond. Like it's constantly just going. I usually don't go to bed till like 3 a.m. Even if I'm not working. Like I do work in the restaurant industry. It is very stressful. It is hard to wind down, but even on my days off, it's just hard for me to do that. I also do have low self esteem. For the most part, I have really good energy. I try to have really good high energy, but I do have my days where I'm just like blah. Like I don't want to do anything. I don't even want to get out of bed. I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't even want to watch TV. I'm just kind of just laying in bed there, just blank. Like I feel like blah. The next one is major depression, which is more so common nowadays. You get a depressed mood, you lose interest in the things that you do love. Like with me, at least, I still love to do photography. I still love art. I still love music. I still like being around my friends. Just when I do get in my moods, like I'm in my mood. But so major depression. Excuse me. Like I said, it is well known. You do have a depressed mood. You lose interest in the activities that you love doing once. You have trouble sleeping. You have trouble eating. Your energy's low. Your concentration isn't there. It's very low. You feel like you're not worthy. Your self worth is low. Like everything is just going downhill from there. It leads to emotional and physical problems. So, major depression is something that's very common right now. The next one isn't too bad from what I was reading. It's a seasonal defective disorder. I think so. No, let me see. Let me get that right. Oh, seasonal affective disorder. Sorry, guys. Seasonal affective disorder, aka winter depression. It does come mostly in the winter and the fall. It lingers around for 40% of the year. It does alter your body's natural daily rhythms. And it's so weird that it said, your depression can be due to like the sensitivity of the light that's inside, or also, it's usually around January and February, and it's also called the winter blues, but it does interfere with your daily life as well. And then the last but not least, is bipolar disorder. So every time I think of bipolar, I just kind of automatically think of Kanye West. Like, well, we all know that he has bipolar disorder, but he does have his rants and he does lash out. So that's the first person that came to mind. And then obviously bipolar is a little bit more severe. So you have periodic episodes of depression, experience periods of like unusually high energy and high self-esteem. Because I mean, Kanye West, he's pretty full of himself, but I mean, I don't know, he has the money to do it. But celebrities, they have their issues too. They're just regular people, just like we are. It's you get in really intense emotional states, and then you also you have a higher risk at like spending more money, and then you are also excessively risk taking. So obviously, bipolar disorder is by far the worst out of all of them. We're gonna kind of get into the negatives of that. So with any disorder, I guess I would say that it does have a negative impact on your relationship. I feel like it impacts your relationship with your partner, your family, your friends. Even now, like I have my days, like I get in my moods, I get sad, I get weird, and then I feel like it takes a toll on my partner, and I do also feel like it's a burden for her, and it does suck. And I try not to pull her in with me, but it's just so hard because she's trying to help and she's trying to be there for me. But it's like I don't necessarily want the help. I need the comfort, I guess. But yeah, it is what it is. You get lack of sleep. You have a high risk of heart disease. You gain or you lose weight. You're in physical pain, and then also your immune system is weakened, which I do find that weird. Sidetrack. Well, no, I find it interesting that I read that because when COVID first had started, I was working in a restaurant. So, obviously we were out of work for quite some time. And, the first month it was cool. It was fun. It was a nice little vacation. But then after that, the depression, it definitely started to settle in with me because my roommate and my partner, they were still going to work and they weren't really home. And I was just home, like, doing nothing all day. So I tried my best to be proactive, and I ended up getting a treadmill. I ended up getting, a boxing gym bag, and like I said, I tried to stay productive, but it was very overwhelming for me, and I think that's when I really got a kickstart of my depression. I just couldn't handle anymore, so I did start going to therapy recently, just because I felt like I was in my bubble for so long. It was kind of consuming me. But when we do get like that, we care about ourselves a little bit less, which kind of sucks. We don't take care of ourselves. We don't take care of our hygiene. So that's something that we need to check out for. And it's just hard to get out of your own mindset when you are depressed. So the major depressive disorder, it affects about 6.7% of American adults. So that's estimated to 16.2 million people. So a lot of people. The bipolar disorder is 2.8% of the U.S. population, and 83% of those cases are considered severe. There are solutions in these cases, which is really nice. The one that I personally I chose therapy just because I didn't want my depression to further escalate. So you can do therapy. You can do antidepressants. That's something I don't want to do just because I've heard a lot about the negative side effects for it. And then I also don't want to depend on medication, and I don't really recommend anyone else depending on medication. I would kind of just start off slow, start talking to a family or a friend, or, talking to your significant other, someone you're just supposed to, kind of get the vibes, see how it's going. I would say maybe go to therapy first, and then if it's too much, see if you can go on to medication. They also have brain stimulation, but I don't really recommend that either because it could be really dangerous. Also, like I said, I just feel like we need to be more aware that this is going on, and depression can lead up to death or suicide. Like me personally, I've had thoughts of like not necessarily suicide, but I'm just like, damn, like I don't want to do this anymore. Like I don't want to be here anymore. Like if I like just went into a coma and then wake up, like I would be fine with it. but then it would click with me like, you have so much going for yourself, you're doing so well. Like, I try to pull myself out of that, but it's just hard, especially like with COVID going on. And I know a lot of people are suffering. Like, a lot of people they have depression, they have anxiety. It's just something that's really hard to deal with, and it's especially hard now. So I would just say, if you yourself you have it, or you know someone that does, I would recommend doing your research, looking into it, find out some solutions, find out some symptoms, find out someone that you can talk to. Like, I did my research and I was like, okay, I'm feeling this way. Like, I'm gonna start off with therapy. Find the treatment that works for you. Just because therapy works for me doesn't mean it works for everyone else, and just because antidepressants don't work for me, it doesn't mean it can't work for someone else. So just kind of find your thing. Like, find whatever you're more comfortable with. Find what you want to do. It's good to also have that social support. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't hide your feelings. Don't feel embarrassed. Don't feel like you're weird or you're different. Like, we're all humans. We all have our things that we're going through. So it's good to have someone that has your back, someone that's on your side. I did tell my partner. I did tell my friends. I haven't told my family yet, just because like I just don't want them to worry. But it's honestly not too bad. I'm learning how to deal with it. Get help with it. So I just don't really want to have that conversation with them yet. It's also good to exercise. Do your daily activities, like do some art, do some photography. Like, sometimes I do photography, like, or I'll do like a little, like an art painting, like online, like things like that. I just try to stay busy and try to focus on the good and stay positive. Like I said, exercise is really good. I got a treadmill, I got a boxing bag. That is definitely a stress reliever. Eat healthy, or like try to eat better, because the more shitty you eat, the shittier you're gonna feel. Try your very best to get enough sleep. I know it's hard with me. Trust me, it's so difficult. But I don't even want to do anything like taking sleep medicine or anything like that. So I'm gonna skip out on that. But and then also just reduce your stress as much as possible. Clean your house, light some candles, light some incense. Make a little garden, something that you can take care of. Whatever is like a stress reliever to you, then I would say do it 100%. Sometimes for me, it's like exercising, going out to take photos, or even playing a video game for a little bit, watching a really good show, going out to the beach. Well, it's kind of cold now, but I would go out to the beach and just hang out. So just try to stay in positive vibes. Reduce that stress. I can't stress that enough. Reduce that stress, get some sleep, find out what works for you, and just know that you are not alone in this. And if anyone ever needs someone to talk to, I am all ears. If anyone needs my phone number or email, you are more than welcome to hit me up. But I appreciate you guys for listening. Sorry I kind of rushed through it because I have to get ready for work. But you guys have a good night and happy Thanksgiving.